Hello, I hope you are doing well. My name is Milad Kambari, and welcome to the introduction of another add-on from the Blender add-on collection. In this tutorial, or rather this add-on introduction, I want to introduce you to the Roughness Builder add-on, with which you can very easily apply your roughness textures onto your model in various forms and have very good control over them. For this task, you need a library. I provide a library that comes alongside this add-on, which currently contains about 500 plus images. Naturally, every once in a while, this add-on gets updated, and these textures can be updated, and you can even put your own libraries inside it. For example, I will set my own library here. I accept it, and in my library, which will be at your disposal, there are 4 collections: multi-purpose imperfection, roughness imperfection, stencils, and wood imperfection. You can choose whichever of these categories you want. After you have selected it, by clicking on this thumbnail image, you can see all its subcategories and all its different photos. All the images here are photos produced without the use of artificial intelligence, and all these images are photos that we have actually taken ourselves, and all of them are seamless images. Well, to see the quality of these images as well, if you look, for example, I select one here. Firstly, all the photographic specifications are written, detailing which camera was used for the shoot, which itself shows that the images were prepared by us. And here you see the resolution, which is 5184 by 3456, indicating that the images are of very high quality. Let's move on. Now here you can go to the next pages. Meaning in this section, it's the first page, page 1 of 5, and it shows you the first 20 textures. When you go to the next page, it shows you the subsequent images. And in the same way, you can select other images. Well, I will activate the Auto Apply mode so that when a texture is selected, it automatically sits on our model. However, before that, we might have several materials on a model, so it is better to perform a scan material to see what materials exist on that model and define for it which material we want to give this roughness texture to. For example, I want to give it to the glass material here, so I only keep this glass material, and this way I can have control only over the glass material. It also normally, by default, shows us which material is currently selected, and an active word is written in front of it. Now if I select one here, for example, if I select this, it is applied automatically because we had turned on the Auto Apply checkbox. In the Texture Controls section, we can control all the parameters. We can make the scale larger or smaller, showing everything to us in real time. We can increase or decrease the scales, rotate our texture in any direction we want, and specify its position. And the more interesting and attractive part for us is the control over the white part and the black part of our texture. This means we can increase the white parts of our texture in this way, or increase the black parts of our texture. That is, we can have control over the white and black parts of our texture in this manner. And this control allows us to bring out a better texture and experience a much more attractive contrast regarding our texture. Well, as you can see, I am affecting my texture by increasing or decreasing the dark and light parts, and can control the black sections. Here, I can also control the white section. Naturally, when you are working, these two also have a relative effect on each other. It's not that we say black only works independently on the black part, or white only works independently on the white part. No, these have some effects on each other as well, which itself leads to having very good control over our texture. Well, that's that. Now let's go to the next case, which is when our model has no roughness at all. Now, if we already have a material and want to add our own roughness material to it, what should we do? Let's test on another model, a model that already has roughness. Now we want to add our own roughness material to it. I have chosen the second model as one that already has roughness. Look here, it has its own roughness texture. Now what should we do for this model? Select the model. To be able to see the changes here, I will turn off Auto Apply for now so we can see what parameters exist together. In this section, if your model already has roughness, you should no longer choose Replace. When you choose Replace, it deletes the previous roughness and adds its own. But when you add, meaning you set it to add mode, it asks with what factor should I add this new texture. Do you want it to show 100% of this texture or 100% of the model's own base roughness? Which one do you want? Now, to see the changes together, I hit Auto Apply. Here, for example, I select something else, let another texture like this be selected, or another texture like this be selected. Well, now let's come here. When the factor is on the number 1, it means 100% of this is being used. When it is on the number 0, it means 100% of its own texture. When it is on 50, naturally, 50% of its own texture is used and 50% of our texture is used. Now, how does this add mode operate? Let's look inside the material. Here in the material, this exact section becomes active for us. This mode becomes active for us here. And automatically, when you click on Add Mode, it adds the Roughness Blend for us. It adds the Roughness Blend node and performs the tasks we need on it for us. Now, here we can also select its other modes, such as Multiply Mode, Overlay Mode, or various other modes, which by changing these items here, it also affects our node. Therefore, if you wanted to add a texture to your own textures, you can use the Blend mode in this way. I hope this add-on is also useful for you. Finally, let me show you the available collections, such as Multipurpose, Roughness Imperfection, or Stencils, where we have a complete set of stencils with 252 stencils. Or we have the Wood Imperfections, which are considered imperfections specific to wood and can be used for wood surfaces. Now you can choose whichever you want and need, adjusting the textures so that you benefit from both the scale and its good quality.